Shedeur's making progress in practice, so we're going to continue to work with both of these guys. So as you can see, basically, Kevin Stefanski is kind of in a situation here.
The fight over Shedeur Sanders' future in Cleveland has finally blown up, and it's messier than anyone imagined. Kevin Stefanski's quiet campaign to push Sanders out of town just got shut down hard by owner Jimmy Haslam himself. After weeks of whispers, tension, and behind-the-scenes chaos, Haslam stepped in to drop the hammer. Shedeur stays. The drama that's been boiling all season just hit its peak, and now everyone's wondering, what does this mean for Stefanski's job? The whole organization's on edge, and this move could shake up the Browns for years to come. It all started with Stefanski's blunt comments during a recent press conference that sent shockwaves through the fan base. He didn't even try to hide it. He said flat out, Shedeur Sanders wouldn't be seeing first-team reps, comparing the situation to when Joe Flacco was the starter. That's right, Stefanski basically said the young quarterback wouldn't even practice with the top guys. Fans couldn't believe it, especially since Dillon Gabriel's starting spot isn't exactly untouchable.
4 weeks, the staff is going to tell him, Shedeur's not ready, Shedeur's not ready. My guess is they go 0-4, maybe they go 1-3.
One injury, and suddenly, Shedeur's the next man up. Yet Stefanski's icy tone made one thing clear. He didn't want Shedeur anywhere near the spotlight. This wasn't just a coaching choice, and it felt personal. It was Stefanski drawing a line in the sand, sending a loud message that he wanted Sanders gone. Veteran reporter Tony Grossi chimed in, confirming what insiders already suspected. Grossi said Stefanski didn't view Sanders as a reliable option and had zero plans to give him a real shot. That hit like a bombshell. But Haslam wasn't having it. The owner finally stepped in to stop the power struggle before it tore the locker room apart. Now Stefanski's control is slipping, and everyone inside the building knows it. Shedeur's staying put, and whether Stefanski likes it or not, the balance of power just shifted in Cleveland. This isn't just another quarterback controversy. It's a full-blown battle for control of the Browns' future, and someone's about to lose big. As the drama unfolded, the Cleveland Browns suddenly found themselves under a blinding spotlight. Fans, insiders, and analysts all demanding answers.
The Browns right into the center of the NFL universe. Right now, it's Shedeur Sanders, right? I mean, there is just so much content, so much debate, so much vitriol.
No, I mean, with a young quarterback with Dillon starting, you want to make sure he gets a lot of the reps.
Tony, if the decision was Kevin Stefanski's,
people couldn't believe Kevin Stefanski's stubborn decision to keep pushing Shedeur Sanders out of the picture. The noise around the team grew louder by the hour, and Stefanski's grip on the narrative started slipping fast. Critics ripped into him for refusing to let Shedeur take even a single rep with the first team. The man's doubling down, sticking with Dillon Gabriel as the lone starter like it's set in stone. But what really shocked everyone was Stefanski's wild choice to move on from 2 veteran quarterbacks, leaving only a rookie as the backup. Fans were outraged. How could he gamble like that, especially when one injury could throw the entire season off the rails? Stefanski didn't flinch, though. He kept that cold poker face and refused to give Shedeur any chance to prove himself. To many, it just confirmed Tony Grossi's earlier claim a trade might be the only way out for Sanders. The backlash came fast and fierce. Social media exploded. Sports shows turned it into headline news, and former NFL star Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson jumped right into the fire. He blasted Stefanski's approach as nonsense, saying the coach needed to use the same logic he once applied with Joe Flacco and Dillon Gabriel, when Gabriel got a chance to practice with the top squad before earning his shot. Ocho Cinco made it crystal clear.
Shedeur Sanders would be traded at the deadline. True or false?
Okay, there you go. Right, it is a good question. I would say true. Under the lasso of truth, I would say true.
Shedeur deserves at least some reps with the first team. His words hit hard, echoing across every sports talk panel in the country. By then, the situation was boiling over. The tension was so high that quarterbacks coach Bill Musgrave had to step in and defend the chaos publicly. He doubled down, saying Dillon Gabriel was the better quarterback right now. Reporters pressed him on why Shedeur wasn't even rotating in with the first team, and Musgrave didn't blink. He backed Stefanski's decision like his job depended on it. The entire league was watching, and Cleveland suddenly looked like a team tearing itself apart from the inside out. Bill Musgrave didn't hold back. He made it crystal clear that Shedeur Sanders was more than ready to take on any challenge thrown his way. Whether it meant battling the first-team defense or leading the second squad, Musgrave said Shedeur's mindset, discipline, and growth had already proven he could compete at the highest level. He painted a picture of a player hungry for the spotlight, not afraid of it. And even though the tension between Stefanski and Sanders was getting ugly, Musgrave's praise only fueled the debate further.
Weirder when you let go of the first two guys, you traded the first two guys that you had. All right, but giving Dillon Gabriel all the first team reps, really? We're just looking for
But that's when things exploded. Jimmy Haslam stepped in. The Browns owner wasn't about to let the franchise spiral any further. Haslam held a private meeting with Stefanski to shut down the rumors once and for all, making one thing absolutely clear: Shedeur Sanders is not being traded, period. Inside sources said Haslam told Stefanski directly that 3 games aren't enough to decide who the real starter should be. That line alone sent shockwaves through the entire organization. Haslam didn't stop there. He doubled down, praising Sanders' progress and insisting that the young quarterback's potential was too valuable to throw away. It was his way of saying he wasn't buying into the narrative that Shedeur wasn't ready. For the first time, the power dynamic shifted. The owner was publicly backing the player, not the coach.
Working hard and really learning by the day, by the week. He's doing a nice job of getting the most out of each and every day and feeling more comfortable with the system. Well, I think as quarterbacks, we don't count the plays, we make the plays count. Whatever plays we get, we are thankful for them, and we just make them count, whether they're against the first-string defense or Baldwin Wallace JVs. Every scrap we get as QBs, we're going to get the most out of.
The locker room felt it, the fans felt it, and Stefanski definitely felt it. Meanwhile, Mary Kay Cabot, one of Cleveland's most respected insiders, came out swinging in support of Shedeur. She's seen enough of his work in practice to know the truth. She believes Sanders is clearly the better quarterback over Dillon Gabriel. Cabot said his elite accuracy and smooth, adaptable throwing motion make him stand out among the entire roster. She pointed out how he could sling pinpoint passes from awkward angles and still make it look effortless. In her eyes, it's not even close. It's time for the Browns to hand Shedeur the keys to the offense and stop pretending otherwise. Mary Kay Cabot didn't hesitate. She said it straight. Shedeur Sanders is ready to take that starting spot. No question about it. Cabot's watched every throw, every drill, every moment in camp, and her verdict was brutal for Dillon Gabriel. She declared that Gabriel simply can't compete with Sanders' sharpness and control. According to her, in any 7-on-7, Shedeur would dominate with ease. His accuracy, timing, and confidence just hit another level. Cabot didn't sugarcoat a thing. She said there's no comparison between the two, period. But even with all that proof staring him in the face, Kevin Stefanski keeps downplaying Shedeur's potential. His stubbornness is driving fans and analysts insane, the frustration is boiling over, and people are starting to realize this isn't about skill anymore, it's about control. There's a growing belief that Stefanski's deliberately trying to undermine Sanders to protect his own system. Every interview, every quote, every cryptic comment, it's painting a picture of a coach desperate to maintain power, even if it costs the team. And in the middle of this storm stands Jimmy Haslam, trying to save his franchise from total collapse. His decision to block the trade talks wasn't just business, it was personal. Haslam clearly sees something in Shedeur that others refuse to admit. Maybe it's that laser precision in his throws, or the calm swagger that reminds people of a future star in the making. Whatever it is, Haslam's message couldn't be louder. He's not giving up on Shedeur Sanders. By keeping Sanders in Cleveland, Haslam's signaling that this team's future belongs to real talent, not politics. He's betting on potential, development, and leadership that can last, not short-term patch jobs.
I don't get to watch very much of practice anymore, but in the short, little brief period that I do get to watch him throw, he is throwing to the practice squad guys and the backup receivers in the early part of practice. We can see it, and his elite accuracy is always on display.
But Stefanski's stance, that's turning into a serious problem. His refusal to even try giving Shedeur a fair shot could cost him everything: his credibility, his locker room, and maybe even his job. The city's watching, and everyone knows it now. This isn't just a quarterback debate, it's a fight for the Browns' identity. The tension inside the Browns facility has reached a breaking point, and everyone feels it. Coaches are whispering, players are choosing sides, and reporters are circling like hawks waiting for the next quote to explode online. Kevin Stefanski's silence has turned deafening, and the locker room's starting to fracture under the weight of it all. Some players quietly support Shedeur, saying he's the spark this team's been missing, while others fear speaking up could put them on the chopping block. The vibe in Cleveland right now, straight up chaos. Behind closed doors, sources say Jimmy Haslam's patience is wearing thin. He didn't step in just to watch his team implode. He wanted unity, not a civil war. Insiders claim Haslam has already had multiple tense conversations with Stefanski about giving Shedeur a real shot.
Shedeur Sanders has been making a ton of progress. He looks really good. I've been saying this over and over again. If you put Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel side by side or one after the other in a 7-on-7 red zone drill, I think that Shedeur would probably win that drill much of the time.
One source even said Haslam's done playing politics. He wants wins, not excuses. That quote alone lit up social media like wildfire. And meanwhile, the fans have made their feelings known loud and clear. Every Browns thread, every sports radio segment, every comment section is flooded with one message: let Shedeur play. The people have spoken, and they're tired of watching the same mistakes while real talent sits on the bench. Even former players are chiming in, calling the situation embarrassing and saying it's proof Cleveland still can't get out of its own way. Stefanski, though, he's doubling down. He's sticking to his script, talking about trusting the process and team development. But the act's wearing thin. You can feel the tension when he's at the podium. That tight smile, those clipped answers. It's like he knows the walls are closing in. If this drama keeps up, his job might not survive the season. And as for Shedeur, he's keeping his head down, letting his play do the talking, cool, composed, and dangerous. Every throw in practice, every crisp read, it's like he's daring Stefanski to keep ignoring him. Because one thing's for sure, the longer Cleveland fights this battle, the harder it'll be to deny what's already obvious. Shedeur Sanders isn't just the future, he's the present. And he's ready now. Inside Berea, it's pure tension. You can almost feel the air crackling every time Kevin Stefanski walks into the room. Coaches avoid eye contact, assistants whisper like it's a spy movie, and players are pretending everything's fine when it clearly isn't. The split between the coaching staff and the locker room has become impossible to hide. This isn't just a disagreement anymore. It's a full-blown power struggle. Sources close to the team say Jimmy Haslam's involvement has everyone on edge. The owner stepping in to protect Shedeur Sanders sent a clear message. This kid's not just another backup, he's part of the Browns' future. But Stefanski's pride won't let it go. He's still clinging to his system, acting like giving Shedeur reps would somehow ruin the team dynamic. It's become personal now, and the whole league can see it. Reporters are smelling blood in the water. Every press conference turns into a battlefield with journalists firing questions Stefanski refuses to answer directly. Why not give Shedeur a chance? What's the plan moving forward? He dodges them all, muttering about long-term development, while fans boo from the stands and call for change. It's getting ugly. Meanwhile, inside the locker room, teammates are quietly rallying behind Shedeur. They've seen the fire, the accuracy, the leadership. One player even told a reporter off the record, he's ready. Everybody knows it except the coach. That one quote went viral overnight, and suddenly the whole sports world was talking about Cleveland's dysfunction again. Jimmy Haslam's frustration is boiling. Insiders say he's already evaluating his options, and Stefanski's name is at the top of every hot seat list. You can feel the countdown ticking. One bad game, one more press conference slip, and it might all come crashing down. Through all of it, Shedeur remains unbothered, focused, confident, and ready to prove his worth when the chance finally comes. He's not begging for validation, he's waiting to earn it. And when that moment arrives, everyone, from the front office to the fans, will see exactly why Haslam refused to let him go. Because if this storm keeps building, one thing's clear. Cleveland's about to find out who really runs this team. With the noise getting louder from every corner, analysts, insiders, and former players like Chad Johnson and Mary Kay Cabot, it's impossible to ignore what's happening anymore. The tide is turning fast against Kevin Stefanski, and people are starting to call his approach what it really is: stubbornness, not strategy. His obsession with keeping Dillon Gabriel as the starter while keeping Shedeur Sanders buried on the bench is starting to look like a personal crusade instead of smart coaching. If he keeps digging in, it might just dig his own career's grave. Because let's be real, the Browns' success depends on leadership. And right now, that leadership looks shaky. If Jimmy Haslam truly believes that Shedeur is the key to turning this franchise around, then Stefanski's refusal to even acknowledge that might end up being his undoing. The walls are closing in fast, and the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Every game, every snap, every press conference feels like the countdown to something big, maybe even a complete shift in Cleveland's future. The fans can feel it, the media can sense it, and the players know it. Something's about to give. And when it does, it won't just decide who starts at quarterback. It could define who still has a job when the dust settles. The Browns are standing at a crossroads, and every decision from here on out could change everything. So what do you think? Is Jimmy Haslam making the right move by keeping Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland, both on and off the field? Do you agree with Mary Kay Cabot and others who say Shedeur is clearly the better choice over Dillon Gabriel? Or do you think Stefanski's sticking with Gabriel for the right reasons, even with the pressure mounting from all sides? Could Stefanski's refusal to give Shedeur a real shot be the final mistake that costs him his job? Or is there something deeper happening behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more wild updates just like this one. See you on the next one.